How's it going, everyone? So today, as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm going to give you a real quick rundown on pretty much, I can assure you, a guaranteed way, a guaranteed approach to passing the NASM Certified Personal Training exam. And it took me, so the a quick background. So I initially was ready for the test. I studied for it in February. I got, like, from the moment I received my materials, it was like the first week of February. I was ready to take the exam first week of March. So literally like 30 days. But here's the crazy thing is I showed up to the exam center. I had everything. I was ready, ID card, everything. I'm ready to check in. Come to find out, I left my CPR card on my desk, which was about a 20 to 30 minute drive from where I'm stationed at to the exam testing center. So I basically ended up being considered a no-show. So I gave myself like another, by the time I logged back in, I gave myself, I was able to find another testing date based on my schedule. I think it was like another 3 weeks later. So technically I was ready for the exam within 30 days, but it took me probably about a good, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, 2 months before I actually took the exam. That's from cradle to the grave. So from the moment I got my material to the moment I took the test was about a month and a half. So to get right to it, so right out the gate, if this approach only works, well, these tips only work if you're truly passionate about fitness. Because what I mean by that is that's the only way you're going to retain the information, is if you want to learn it, you'll retain it. Whether you're looking at the books or whether you looking at the stuff online, if you want to learn it, if you truly want to do this, you will retain the information. I can guarantee you that. So first thing, and I started to write notes and all this other good stuff, but everything's still pretty clear in my head as to what I did. And it was pretty simple. So I felt there was no need for me to write down anything. Right out the gate. So you're going to go to the NASM website, right? I would say, so look at their packages. They always have like some sort of like markdown deals, all this good stuff. Look at the packages on the website in terms of like ordering material, but I highly suggest that you call them. So I say that you call them because you can call and be like, hey, because maybe it was just me. I found it hard to kind of like really look into like, just book or just the flashcards or just this, that. So I can tell you right now, your best bet, call them. They're cool. Like anybody I've ever talked to, I have no issues. They're very accommodating. Call them and talk to them, because as everything costs money, right? So I paid for I think it was like right in the middle, where I didn't get like the workshops or any of that stuff. Only because I'm a big online course person, so I learn best online, sitting in front of a computer. So I got right in the middle, the middle package, which was you had access to the online course, which is broken down modules. And if you ever taken an online college course, literally the exact same thing. It's set up just like that. So modules, typically online college, each module is a week of the course. I was knocking out like 5 or 6 modules probably within a week, if that. But yeah, so contact them, because maybe my approach was, well, the plan is to get a job after this anyway as a personal trainer / start my own business. So I was okay with, and not only that, they have a payment plan, so you don't even have to pay everything right out the gate. You can get set up with a payment plan. So my thing was, well, once I start working, well, then I'm going to make the money back anyway that I put towards my, towards the study material. So, I was completely fine with that. So call them, talk to them, whatever maybe you're a book person, so maybe you just want to have the book in front of you, highlighting things, sticky notes. If you're that kind of person, do that. But this is more geared towards the people that are willing to, that would rather sit down in front of the computer, practice tests, practice notes, blah blah blah, in conjunction with an electronic book or the hard copy of the book. This is more for you guys. All right, so talk to them. How, whatever method you want to use to study for the exam, talk to them, determine that method, and then go from there. So first thing right at the gate, second thing, when you get the online modules, here's the key to the exam. I'll let you know that right now. The study guide and the study guides, the quizzes, and the practice exams. Take those over and over and over, and just read the study guides. And the study guides are like, you get an entire module, and the study guide for that particular module would take up like maybe 2 pages. It's right to the point, the basic information that you need, because you got to think about it. You got this huge book. You're not going to, for one, you can't even fit that entire book on an exam anyway, so you're not even going to be able to, I don't want to say there's no need. The information's there when you need it, but for the purpose of the exam, practice exams, because it comes with your purchase, the quizzes, and the study guide, over and over and over. Here's the way to do it, right? This is how I did it. Now, mind you, because obviously because of my uniform, I'm in the Navy. The Navy's my full-time job. I was literally studying on my lunch break. My lunch break varies. It's typically, I give myself 45 minutes to an hour. And what I just sat in front of my computer, and I just started clicking through, and I just would knock out quizzes, and I would knock out exams. Here's the best way to do it. When you get your book, go through the chapter, just read through the chapter, absorb the information. At the end of the chapter, do the quiz. Take the quiz. If you fail the quiz, take it again. It's 10 questions. Take it again. If you fail it again, take it again. As soon as you pass that quiz, move on to the next chapter. Read the chapter, take the quiz, move on. Do that. Just do that until you get all the way through the book. I didn't touch anything else. I didn't look at anything else. My priority was, okay, let me get through the book. Let me get through the quiz. Essentially, each module is a chapter of the book. Let me get through the book. Let me get through the quizzes, and then start doing things more repetitive. So read a chapter, do the quiz, pass the quiz. Do not move on until you've passed that quiz. Make sure you're reading the questions, and then pass it, and then move on. Even if I got a 70, which for the quizzes that was passing, boom, moved on. Another approach to that too, take the quiz first. Even if you've never seen that information before, take the quiz first, read the chapter, come back and take the quiz, pass it, then move on. And what I noticed, just like with personal training, just like with training someone, it's a confidence booster. So seeing you get like a 40 on it, then turn around, getting through that chapter, reading that information, and getting a 90, that's a huge confidence booster, and you can carry that momentum all the way into the exam, the actual exam. I'm kind of a note taker person. I didn't even have to take notes. I took no notes. I had a binder, and I had like this notepad. I'm like, I'm not even going to do this. I know where the information's at. The way I viewed it, if I can't pass these quizzes, the way I viewed it also, I was like, there's no way they will be giving us the quizzes and these exams if these weren't the exact same questions that we're going to see on the final test, right? So that was my approach. That's why I didn't want to waste time like taking any notes or any of that stuff. So then you're going to get so you get through the modules, you take the practice quizzes, the quizzes that are within each module that are based on that particular chapter. From there, you want to go to their domain quizzes. They're like the practice tests for the domains. Basically what they did was they take a group of topics and they consolidated that into one domain. The next group, domain 2, the next group, domain 3 or whatever. What I've noticed is that as you get towards the client interactions chapters, it's common sense. It was like literally common sense. You just had to take your time and read the questions, common sense, and you're good to go. When you look at the study guide, and when you look at, I can't remember what it was called, but they'll tell you what percentage of the exam is what topic, and that's how it was. That's exactly how it was. So make sure you pay attention to that too. And if you have an issue with a specific topic, go back to that. Not more, if you're having an issue with, like, let's say the client interaction, starting a business side of it, you can probably push that towards the end and, really concentrate on the movement patterns, physiology, moving in a frontal plane, like the different, the different ligaments, muscle groups, and all that kind of stuff. You really want to pay attention to that. The client interaction stuff can probably get pushed to the right just a little bit as you get closer to test day. All right, so you get through all the modules, you get through all the domains, knock out the exams. Just sit down, and I was knocking them out within because I had taken the freaking quizzes so much and just over and over and over. I was knocking out the entire exam within 30 minutes. No more than 40 minutes. I finished my final exam in well under 40 minutes because the information was so fresh in my head and I was so repetitive with it that I went in there, I sat down, I got checked in for the exam and knocked that. I just was clicking through. I was worried. I was like, this, am I doing this right? I feel like I'm going way too fast. And I passed it. I passed. I failed my initial practice exam, but it wasn't by much. And then I went back through and I took that again, and I just kept going through them. And before you know it, that'll take you. You can do all of that in 30 days easily within 30 days. But again, that's only if you're serious about fitness and you really are passionate about learning the information, or learning as much of the information as you can, so you can take the test and get your certification. And from there, then you, it's literally a matter. It was funny because I passed the exam. And then I was on Indeed. I was like, oh, I guess I can apply for these jobs now. And I work out at 24 Hour Fitness, and when I told them that, I was like, hey, are you guys hiring? They're like, yeah, we're hiring, So now I'm a certified personal trainer at the local 24 Hour Fitness out here. So it's pretty cool because even though I'm new to being a certified personal trainer, I've been essentially doing personal training in the Navy probably for over a decade. We just call it something different, and the certification piece is a little different. And it's an actual class. It's a 7-day class that you have to sit in, and in order to get the certification. So I'm not new to not new to fitness in general, but I obviously, I've never been a holder of the National Academy of Sports Medicine certification. But if you have any more questions, if you need any more tips, just shoot me a comment down below. Make sure you like. My page is new, super new, as you can see by the lack of content. But I was I noticed that I was getting ready to prepare videos for, like, fitness related things, me in the gym, giving out tips and all that stuff. And then I had to take a step back, and I'm like, well, let me explain how I got to this point. So it's as it seems pretty crazy. Oh, it seems pretty intimidating because there's money on the line. Like, you're paying for this, you know what I mean? So it's kind of all or nothing. It's not as bad as it sounds. I thought it was going to be crazy too, but once once I opened up those modules and I started clicking through, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can follow this. And really, your saving grace, I'm letting you know now, will be those quizzes and the exams. Just do those over and over. I would even be crazy enough to say that you probably could just, no, I'm not even gonna say that. Make sure you study, make sure you read the material, the quizzes and exams, absorb it, and then good luck, and hopefully you pass. Make sure you like my videos, subscribe. If you have any questions, if you need any tips, you need any advice, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do. I'll be able to help you out. All right, good luck.